avoid it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am here.
Welcome back, Patriots, to MAGA News. RFK Jr. warns against vaccinating birds amid the avian flu. He told HHS officials, "No vaccines. You are going to turn those flocks of chickens into mutation factories." RFK Jr. revealed that the Biden administration had farmers kill over 166 million chickens, and that was not necessary because the avian flu virus does not affect the chicken eggs. The virus cannot mutate from the chicken to the egg. RFK Jr. blamed the accelerated rise in egg prices on technology and advice that had no logic or research behind killing 166 million chickens. Hey, stop right there. If this video triggers you, please leave us a comment below and fill up our cup with some more of your liberal tears. But if you like MAGA news, if you like President Donald Trump, then you know what to do. Patriots, smack that like button right now, share and subscribe to our channel. The censorship machine is real, and your likes and sharing can help us defeat these unprecedented assaults against free speech, conservative news, and common sense questions and answers. The Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is advising against vaccinating poultry as American farmers struggle to contain a devastating bird flu outbreak that has caused egg prices to skyrocket. Kennedy explained that his main concern with inoculating chickens is that if the vaccine does not completely prevent infection, it could help spawn new variants of bird flu that may be more likely to infect humans. He said all of his agencies advise against vaccination of birds, because if you vaccinate with a leaky vaccine, in other words, a vaccine that does not provide sterilizing immunity, that does not absolutely protect against the disease, you turn those flocks into mutation factories. Kennedy declared that bird flu, which is present in wild bird populations, will never be eradicated. He said, "It's much more likely to jump to animals if you do that," Kennedy argued, noting that the National Institutes of Health, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the Food and Drug Administration have all said we should not be vaccinating. It's dangerous for human beings to vaccinate the birds. Kennedy's warning comes after Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins announced last month that the U.S. Department of Agriculture would spend $100 million on vaccine research to combat the bird flu as part of a $1 billion strategy to curb the disease's impacts. Kennedy stressed, the Biden administration did little to address the repeated outbreaks and high egg prices that followed. By contrast, the Trump administration is taking the issue seriously. Rollins said last month, "American farmers need relief, and American consumers need affordable food. To every family struggling to buy eggs, we hear you, we're fighting for you, and help is on the way." When poultry flocks become infected with bird flu, the birds are typically culled by farmers to prevent the disease from spreading. The practice has caused egg shortages and rising prices. The average cost of a dozen eggs rose to a record $4.95 last month, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Kennedy said he opposes vaccinating poultry against bird flu. "Most of our scientists are against the culling operation," Kennedy said. "They think that we should be testing therapeutics on those flocks. They should isolate. You should let the disease go with them and identify the birds that survive, which are the birds that probably have a genetic inclination for immunity, and those should be the birds that we breed, like the wild population. We've killed 166 million chickens. That's why we have an egg crisis," noting that bird flu is not transmissible through eggs or food. Kennedy, who said he spoke to the family of the child killed in the outbreak, blamed unvaccinated populations as well as the measles vaccine itself for the outbreak. We had 16 measles outbreaks last year. Some years we have hundreds of outbreaks. We have measles outbreaks every year. And, part of that is that there are people that don't vaccinate, but also the vaccine itself wanes, he said, claiming that the vaccine becomes less effective over time, making the elderly more susceptible to the disease. It used to be when you and I were kids, everybody got measles, and measles gave you a lifetime protection against measles. The vaccine doesn't do that, Kennedy said. The vaccine is effective for some people for life, but in many people, it wanes. Kennedy also said he spoke to the family of Texas girl who died from measles, calling her death heartbreaking. He also said the vaccine does not appear to provide maternal immunity, meaning unvaccinated breastfeeding children do not receive the protection the vaccine offers from their mothers. So you're now seeing measles hit very, very young kids and hitting older people within whom the vaccine has waned, RFK Jr. explained. And that is something that we need to worry about. Despite his concerns with the vaccine, Kennedy said HHS is providing measles vaccines as well as vitamin A to Texas as it tries to contain the outbreak. The HHS secretary also encouraged people to get the measles shot. What we need to do is give people the best information and encourage them to vaccinate, he said. The vaccine does stop the spread of the disease. Thanks again for liking and sharing our channel, and don't let the deep state legacy media stop you from finding MAGA news. Stay tuned, Patriots, and God bless America.